Satisfy your need for happiness through your own curiosity with the Ranveer Show. You know what I want to do right now? I want to create a time machine, go back to Rohit Sharma's childhood, tell him to focus on bowling and make him take Travis Head's a wicket in that World Cup final. That's what my heart's saying.
I didn't think you were going to mention the World Cup final. See, you've got your shirt on.
As always, irrespective of everything.
November the 19th. Where were you?
I was right here, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go to the stadium because, I don't know, I kind of almost felt too nervous to go. There was a part of me that was nervous. In retrospect, it was probably the right decision. But it was painful. I was watching it with my grandfather and we were building this core memory of watching a great cricket match together. And now it's not a core memory anymore. We've just erased it.
Unfortunately, the Australians did what the Australians do. They win.
Sucks.
They know how to get over the line. It's an amazing mentality that they have. They just know how to get the job done.
I feel like Kohli and Rohit Sharma both, they've created this identity of the Indian cricket team. Like even in the lead up to the final, the kind of ferocity that our team was playing with was crazy. And I feel this is the outcome of their careers and their mentalities. But my real question to you is this Indian bias speaking? Like what is it like from your perspective as a non-Indian seeing this team? And the other question is, what was Ganguly's team like from your eyes? What's the commonalities and differences?
Sourav's team is it was collectively hard. I felt that he got them all playing together as a team really well. And obviously when you've got the likes of Dravid and Sachin, Sehwag at the top of the order, Gautam Gambhir is coming through, real quality player. Sourav himself was a wonderful player. So he had quality. Zahir Khan, magnificent left armour. And then you had Harbhajan and Anil Kumble. You've got quality in your team. So, they were hard to beat. I think he made Indian cricket really tough. I look at, a few individuals within the Indian ranks that have made them into this powerhouse now. And I will say this, and I've said it publicly recently, India should win a lot more trophies.
We agree.
I can't get the fruit. No, 2013, I think, was the last trophy in ICC
Champions Trophy.
I mean, that's not a trophy, really.
That is a trophy, Michael Vaughan.
It's like the World Cups and the Test Championship, in 2 Test Championship finals, lost them both. And I'm just looking at the amount of talent in this country. And I looked at Rohit in the World Cup, and I had so much admiration for Rohit because he got them playing properly.
Yeah,
he got them playing absolutely fantastically. The modern way, the aggressive way. He did everything right. Just had that one blip in the final that can happen, but Rohit's done a remarkable job, and he's an individual I mentioned about getting the team playing collectively in this aggressive way, and he's led from the front with that. Sourav Ganguly back in the day, he made India hard, made them tough. Virat Kohli, he has given so much love and joy to Test match cricket, and when he was the Test match captain, I just felt that India were in a real safe place, and the world game was in a safe place when Virat was captain because he's so passionate about Test match cricket. I mean, those wins in Australia, all right, the second one he went home having, I think it was a 36 all out, and then he disappears and India win the series. But that's his team with Ravi Shastri. They created an incredible mindset for Test match cricket, and obviously MS Dhoni in the white ball game. No one's been better than MS behind the stumps, captain in a team. So they're the 4 individuals that I'll mention that have really transcended Indian cricket. Virat's fitness, his attitude to an ethic to fitness, driving forward, day in, day out, just having that mindset of getting out there and playing. It must be kind of the rest of the younger players around the whole of India looking, going, I want to be Virat. I want to kind of follow his lead. And, fielding has become a thing, whereas I guess back in my day, India were never renowned as being a good fielding side. Where you look at them now, they're electric. Judea is probably the best in the world.
Back then, it was just Yuvraj Singh and Mohammad Kaif.
Yeah, and it was out the norm, wasn't it? Oh, God, you've got a couple of fields that can run. That's remarkable. Whereas now, I think through Virat, I think the whole of Indian cricket realises you've got to be fit, you've got to be fast. But I just look at them and think they should be winning a trophy every 2 or 3. Every 2 or 3 trophies that are available, India should be winning.
In your eyes, as a former national captain, what's going wrong? And specifically, what went wrong in November? Because this was our best chance.
Yeah, it was. They dominated the whole World Cup. I don't think they can play any better. And then on a final against Australia, you sometimes have to give an opposing team a huge amount of credit. And Pat Cummins, I say team, but also an individual. I thought Pat Cummins was a genius that week. The way that he spoke to the press, said he wants to quieten the Ahmedabad crowd down, won the toss, decided to bowl. Again, it was a tactical genius move. Put the squeeze on, didn't allow KL, Rahul and Virat to settle, kept on swapping bowlers either end. Then he bowls the ball to get rid of Virat Kohli. He led that team as well as I've seen an individual lead a team in a big game in my time watching the game. And he just has, that Australian mentality. They're not scared. When it gets to the big moment, they're not scared. And that's going to be the challenge for India now, is that, they've done okay. They obviously got to the top of the tree in terms of the Test Championship, but have not won the finals. Lost the final in November. It's getting over the line. Winning a trophy. It's not easy. It doesn't sound. And don't take this the wrong way, but it's easy to get to the final when you're quality, but it's bloody hard to win. It's really difficult to win a final, particularly when you haven't been used to winning finals of late.
Do you think we lost because of that fear element? Psychology was a part of the loss.
I did feel that with the bat in hand, Rohit was flying. Rohit's dismissal was key to that final, because another half an hour of Rohit Sharma, maybe the other players would have followed and he'd taken that score a little bit deeper. His dismissal was key to that Indian batting. And were they fearful? I actually felt they probably thought that the score that they got was going to be okay. But then the pitch flattened out, the dew came in, and obviously Travis Head played a blinder. But I wouldn't say they were scared. I wouldn't say they were playing in a fashion that was kind of mentally weak. I wouldn't say that. I just thought that Australia had a little bit of a stronger mentality on the day. And India, if you were being ultra critical, could probably have been a bit riskier with the bat in hand.
Yeah. You watch football as well, right? You know what noodle hair Ronaldo is? It's like when he had golden dye in his hair, and that's his best season for Real Madrid. So there's noodle hair Ronaldo, and there's the knockout version of Hardik. Hardik in the knockouts. I think we needed that as well.
Yeah.
We needed that one extra guy. And, Hardik's being hated upon a lot and by a lot of Indian fans. I personally understand that people are upset. I get why people are upset, but I think it's unfair. Simply based on how much he's performed for India in these tournaments over the years. He's always that guy who stood up. Even in that innings that Virat Kohli played at the MCG against Pakistan, Hardik Pandya was at the other end for most of that innings. So people tend to forget these aspects of cricket. But I personally really feel like we were missing a Hardik that day.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you enjoyed today's clip, make sure you check out these curated playlists that we've made especially for you related to the subject that was spoken about in this clip.